So this guy's called a Secchi disc, and it seems cruder than it is. It's actually one of the ways people use to measure water clarity. So you drop the disc in the water and then keep on dropping it, and when you can no longer see the distinction between black and white, then you measure the distance between the surface water and then where that distinction can no longer be seen. Secchi disc is going in, gets you a little bit out here in the light. And drop it down. We're in fall, so not as much algae growth this time of year. Look, it's just starting to fade away there. Right about there, I would say. So let me pull that back up. And our water clarity is just about 2 feet right there. 2.5 feet, I guess. It could be better, you know. you want a much, probably 6 or 8 feet is a better number, which you get to in winter, but 2 foot water clarity gives you an indication that there's pollution there. The Chesapeake Bay watershed, 64,000 square miles in size. It drains portions of 6 states, including the District of Columbia. But here in the watershed, it's really agriculture, stormwater, wastewater, the main pollutants to the Chesapeake that we're looking at.
On the eastern shore of Maryland and in Delaware as well, there are enormous industrial-style poultry houses that have 30,000, 40,000 chickens each in them. Companies like Purdue and Tyson's produce millions and millions of chickens, and it's very cheap, but it makes an enormous amount of manure. And that manure is applied by farmers to their cornfields and soybean fields, and it's often over-applied because there's so much waste that they're trying to get rid of. They just kind of like dump it in their fields. And then when the rain comes, it washes all of that manure into the streams. It flows down the Chesapeake Bay, causes huge algae blooms. And when that algae dies, it sucks all the oxygen out of the water and creates low oxygen dead zones, which kills fish and makes it impossible for aquatic life to survive. So we basically showed that there's been a enormous growth in the industrial style poultry industry in Maryland over the last quarter century, and the Maryland Department of the Environment, the state agency that's supposed to be policing them, almost never penalizes violations. When they find huge heaps of manure next to waterways being washed into the waterways, they rarely penalize them. And so there's a very kind of hands-off approach.
This is not the place to have poultry industry, bottom line. And here again, more regulations, more likelihood of loss of industry. That's just basically, there are states that are willing to have Purdue, Tyson, Mount Ayr all come down to them because their regulation is less than ours. I think the public is turning the tide in this one because people are wanting more free-range chickens. They want more naturally grown chickens. And they're tending to not like this idea of this mass-produced chicken.